Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Sky 4 live over a UAW strike rally underway in downtown Detroit. They're preparing to march from Huntington Place to the RenCen.
That's just one of several gatherings today by union members on day one of this strike. The crowd downtown tells us the energy is electric already. Some big players in politics have taken the stage.
Yeah, but it's not who's in town that's important tonight. It's their message to UAW workers. Mara McDonald, live at the UAW Ford building down right by Huntington Place. Mara.
Hi, Kimberly, Devin. Take a look behind me. Debbie Dingell is on the stage right now, and you're right. We've had a whole lot of politicians up here, but the one person who has motivated and has energized this crowd more than anybody else is Shawn Fain. If you talk to UAW workers, they will tell you they feel so much differently about this union than they did, say, just last year. Take a listen.
I'm calm. I feel better than I did before. I have 26 years experience. I've been a union rep for 24 years, and this is the first time I actually feel like the people downtown have our back, instead of all the years that you're just hoping that they just help us out. But this is the first time you have a sense that they really truly have our back.
Back here live after Congresswoman Dingell is done up at the podium. We expect that everybody is going to take off, do the march down to the RenCen, and then come back. And then we have been told that Shawn Fain, the union chief, is going to do some sort of a briefing over there by the tent, briefly afterward. We're waiting to hear if that's going to be an update on where the negotiations are. So stand by. I'm hoping we're going to have some new developments for you shortly. We're live downtown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
That would be welcome to know what's going on behind the scenes right now. All right, Mara, each hour the union's targeted strike strategy is exposing the domino effect that it's having on other parts of the supply chain, and that's by design.
Our Rod Maloney is tracking how many plants are already being forced to put workers on unemployment. Rod, are you surprised we're seeing this happen already?
No, this is what it's supposed to do. It's what it's designed to do. So let's talk about some of the things that we're seeing. For instance, at General Motors tonight, they're saying because the Wentzville plant makes stampings for the Fairfax, Kansas GM plant, they're going to run out of parts early next week. GM now saying that they're preparing for layoffs, pointing out that those line workers will not get sub pay. They might get unemployment. With the Wayne Assembly final finish and paint shop down, 600 workers tonight in the body construction department and the south sub-assembly area of the integrated stamping area were notified not to report to work today. GM pointing out carefully it's not a lockout for them, it's a layoff. They said that they'll have to file for unemployment there as well. Labor attorney Dennis Davini has been around for quite some time watching a lot of this. He's watching all of this play out, the media attention, the layoffs, the strike, and all that's gone on with it. And he says, you know what, both sides have things that they probably might want to reconsider if this comes around next time.
It seemed to me that there would have been an easier show if you had started having, the discussions earlier. And as you know, I am not a believer in Fain's approach that negotiating on television and radio and is somehow or another going to be a successful way to make a deal with the big three.
Now we're also seeing losses start, right? Okay, so you've got people on strike pay, $500 a week. They won't see that until sometime the middle of the week after next. It takes 8 days, work days, to get that money. Got other people on unemployment. Sometimes unemployment doesn't even meet the $500 threshold. And then there's S&P Global Mobility today. There are now analysts saying that already, just today, we lost 3,200 vehicles of production in just the first day of the strike. So as things stand right now, it's doing exactly what's designed to do. They'll be talking this weekend. Let's hope they get something going. Back to you.
Well, Rod, before you go, President Biden weighed in on the strike today. What's been the reaction from the UAW to that?
It was fascinating, actually, Kimberly, because Joe Biden desperately wants the UAW's endorsement. Sean Fain has withheld that endorsement, and today he basically said that we're talking. He almost as much as said we don't need the White House's help. We don't want them to be sending their people in. They're sending the labor secretary. They're also bringing one of the president's automotive people from Michigan, and he basically said we're doing just fine down here. We don't need the help. In fact, he even said that he feels like there is concern that the UAW might wreck the economy. He said, look, we're only wrecking the billionaire economy. He says, we're doing just fine. So I don't know, frankly, where it stands. Obviously, publicly at least, if Sean Fain's willing to go that far out, the UAW endorsement isn't likely anytime soon.
Sure, yeah. Okay, Rod, we appreciate it.
All right, let's head now to the city of Wayne, the Ford assembly plant there, one of the locations, one of the 3 affected by the strike. Sean Lay has been hearing from workers on the picket line. Sean, day 1, from what we've seen so far, the energy level is pegging the meter.
Absolutely. In the first few hours of day 1, you expect lots of enthusiasm and lots of digging in the sand here. Workers telling me they're not budging on what Sean Fain is demanding or offering at the bargaining table. Look, you can feel and see the impact of this up close. We're here at this assembly plant for Ford. Around the corner, transport trucks are empty. The factory is idle. Here, when Rod mentioned the finishing and paint workers on strike, this is part of that crew out here for their shift, and then 600 other members not on strike, not getting the finishing and paint components down the line, not needed. They've been laid off, consequence of what we're seeing up close here. Talked to a mother and daughter just now. They both work on the line. They just had their first picket together on this line. They said it was overwhelming. Others have very strong emotions today. We put up drone 4 over Ford Michigan assembly plant in Wayne to give you this view. The plant that produces the Ford Ranger and Ford Bronco is idle. The parking lot, look, is empty. The men and women who build the vehicles are on strike. What is it like? How does it feel?
It feels good right now because right now they set us up in 6-hour shifts. So we're only doing 6 from 6 to 12 p.m. So that's how they setting up everything. So right now it feels good, but I'd much rather be inside.
In these early hours, there is enthusiasm and lots of it. UAW leaders come by to rally, but also lay down the rules.
You can walk slowly, but we can't stop the vehicles from coming in or going out, okay?
This is Steve, and he's 22 years old. He builds the Bronco in there, puts the doors on there. He is the line captain out here on strike. He makes a very interesting comment about the vehicles they build in here every day. This is about wages, correct?
Very, very much so. You know, it's like we build a car that majority of the people in the plant can't afford.
We asked up and down the line if members are worried about paying the bills if what we are seeing here goes on and on.
I am prepared. I can't say the same for, I would say, the majority of people. Henry Ford came here, he established the middle class, and that's what we're trying to save.
All right, here's 6 o'clock hour. Here's what was happening now. A new shift of workers coming here with signs, joining the picket line for their 6-hour shift. Guys, and Devin and Kimberly, let me tell you, we were talking on the phone with UAW members, workers on the line, getting text messages, of course, talking here personally. Some of the text messages I'm getting are that the rank and file love the approach from Sean Fain. Love it, love the aggressive approach. They're all behind it, no wavering on that hardline approach at all. Live in Wayne, Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Folks really remain optimistic too, Sean. All right, we appreciate your report.
A Genesee County man who apparently wanted a more broad UAW strike instead of this targeted one we're seeing is facing felony charges for threatening the union president, Sean Fain. Zachary David White of Davison was arrested after a coordinated investigation between the county sheriff and UAW security services. Prosecutor says White sent Fain threatening text messages at 3 in the morning this past Wednesday. So we don't know the specific threats yet, but one of the charges against White involves the threat of a bomb or harmful device. The other charge is false report or threat of terrorism. The latter, a 20-year felony.
There were tears in the courtroom this morning as 3 men were acquitted in the final trial linked to a plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The jury found Eric Molitor and twin brothers William and Michael Null not guilty on all the charges against them. The men were accused of supporting leaders of the plot and also faced weapons charges. Defense attorneys called them pawns who never intended to do anything violent, and the jury agreed. Overall, 14 men were charged in connection with the plot, 9 were convicted, and now 5 have been cleared.
All right, we are heading into the weekend on the heels of another pretty much perfect day.
Really nice day. A lot going on this weekend, including a little bit of game that people are talking game. And then we got Friday night football, too.
That's right. Yeah, first we have to start with Friday night. We've got football every single day. Tonight we've got a nice night. There are some clouds that have moved in. 67 degrees for the kickoff, our 4 frenzy game of the week, L'Anse Creuse North and Warren Mott. Once that sun sets, though, it does get chilly. In fact, it's only in the upper 60s in Pontiac, Mount Clemens, 70 at City Airport, and 70 out at Metro. Tomorrow we get closer to normal. We start out cool with some patchy fog, and then once that fog burns away, we'll have some sunshine with highs in the low 70s. And then as we go into the evening hours, the clouds are going to return, out ahead of some rain that's expected for the second half of the weekend. Temperatures next week are going to be going into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We'll talk more about that, and we'll also talk about the timing of the rain for Sunday in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Kim. Well, speaking of other big doings this weekend, the annual event that has raised more than $100 million for children's charities over the past 25 years.
And it's no secret the timing, though, given what's happening with the UAW right now. But the money raised at the Detroit Auto Show's charity preview is critical to our community. Our Rhonda Walker and Jason Colthorpe are at Huntington Place right now, shining a light on the far-reaching impact of these donations, guys.
Yeah, good evening, guys. And I think what you just said really highlights what both sides, as we see what's happening outside and at these auto plants, they agreed to not pick it outside here, knowing how important this event is going to be
Absolutely.
tonight.
And honestly, when we stand around the auto show floor, we're seeing the fruits of the labor. This is the auto industry, and this is when it shines the most. So the timing is difficult, but today is truly about celebrating the funds that are raised for children's charities. There's 6 charities that are going to receive vital funds that are going to help them as they make their way through all of the different work that they do for youth in our community. So Mott Children's Hospital, the Children's Center, the Boys and Girls Club, Detroit Pal. These amazing organizations are going to benefit tonight. So we're watching people file in at Huntington Place in order to make a difference in the lives of youth in our community.
We're going to talk to a lot of those folks and see how the money raised tonight is going to help those kids directly. It's all starting coming up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, the entire morning team is here. So we are, working around the clock, so to speak.
Darnell's wearing a hat. That's all I'm going to say. You'll want to tune in just for that part.
Devin, Kimberly, we'll send it back to you.
That $1 million doesn't include the million that you two look like right now. It's fantastic. Really great stuff. We'll see you guys soon. You got it.
Yeah, guys. And be sure to tune in tonight at 7 for live coverage of Detroit's big night to shine. Our charity preview special will air live on Local 4 and stream live over on Local 4 Plus.